If you have ever dealt with thick, stubborn mucus clinging to the back of your throat, you know the constant frustration of trying to clear it out when it simply won't budge. Today, we are going to clear that congestion out completely. Whether the mucus is stuck in your throat, your sinuses, or even your inner ear, you can eliminate it using a comprehensive routine based on one incredibly inexpensive tool: salt. To understand why this works, you have to look at how salt behaves chemically. Salt is a natural dehydrator. Wherever you put salt, water tends to flow directly toward it. When you introduce a high concentration of salt to your airway, it pulls the water out of the surrounding mucus, breaking it up. At the same time, it sucks the moisture right out of local bacteria, causing them to shrivel and die. By weaponizing this simple mechanism of dehydration, you can successfully attack and clear respiratory congestion at any source in the body. Step 1 is gathering your tools. You will need a high-quality salt, a glass of warm water, apple cider vinegar, a neti pot, and a basic liquid dropper. Start by measuring exactly 1 teaspoon of sea salt, or Himalayan rock salt, and dissolving it completely into your glass of warm water. Do not use standard table salt for this. Table salt is heavily refined and loaded with chemical anti-caking additives. You do not want those chemicals anywhere near inflamed, sensitive respiratory tissues. Next, add exactly 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar to the glass. This lowers the pH of your mixture, creating a mildly acidic environment that actively kills microbes. Never use undiluted apple cider vinegar directly on your body. Concentrated acetic acid will cause severe irritation and burn an already sore throat. It must be diluted in the water. You now have a properly diluted, pH-balanced master solution. This is the safe, foundational tool required to treat the 3 major zones of congestion. Take a sip of the solution and gargle. Ensure the liquid coats the very back of your throat and your tonsils, and then swallow it. Swallowing the mixture coats your local immune glands to immediately thin the surrounding mucus. This also signals your autonomic nervous system, triggering your body to strengthen its overall immune response. Now, target the sinuses. Pour the remaining diluted solution into your neti pot, lean over a sink, and gently flush the liquid through your nasal cavities. This diagram shows exactly why this step is mandatory. Postnasal drip originates in the upper sinus cavities and constantly leaks downward. You cannot cure throat mucus without actively clearing the sinus first. Once the flush is complete, blow your nose. You will immediately expel a large volume of newly thinned mucus that was previously trapped. By successfully flushing out your nasal cavities, you have physically cut off the primary supply line feeding your throat congestion. There is a third congestion zone that most people overlook entirely when trying to treat a sore throat: the inner ear. Take a look at this diagram. It shows the eustachian tubes, which connect the inner ear directly to the back of the throat. When mucus builds up in the ear, it constantly drains downward, causing persistent sore throats that gargling alone cannot fix. To clear this, take your liquid dropper and place 4 to 5 drops of your master solution into each ear. If you prefer, a single drop of garlic oil works just as well. Let the drops sit in the ear canal for a few moments to break down the trapped microbes, then tilt your head and carefully shake the liquid out. Neutralizing these hidden ear infections is the final physical step required to break the cycle of returning throat congestion. You can transition from active daytime flushing to passive overnight recovery by running a humidifier while you sleep. Fill it with salt water, turn it on, and you will inhale the vapor straight into your lungs to continue thinning mucus all night long. When you get into bed, bundle up heavily with extra layers. The objective here is to intentionally generate a natural, mild fever. Elevating your body heat helps cook and destroy underlying viral infections, the exact type of infections that standard antibiotics are powerless against. Finally, take a massive 50,000 IU dose of vitamin D once a week. This concentrated dose locks into the receptors on your immune cells, rapidly activating them to speed up the clearing of residual mucus. Pairing targeted physical salt flushing with systemic overnight heat and vitamin supplementation creates an entirely hostile environment for respiratory microbes. You now possess a complete step-by-step routine to dismantle mucus congestion, whether it drips from your sinuses, drains from your ears, or sticks directly in your throat. Within just a few applications of this protocol, you will notice significantly thinner mucus, easier breathing, and a sharp drop in local inflammation. If you execute this entire routine and your throat mucus still persists, the hidden culprit is likely stomach acid traveling upward and irritating your esophagus. To solve that specific problem, click the video on your screen right now to learn how to fix acid reflux and complete your toolkit for total throat relief.